I'm Jeff.
And I'm Kimmy.
And we're with Colorado 4x4 Rescue and Recovery, and you're listening to the Trailhead Podcast.
Hello, Trailheads, and welcome to the Trailhead. Before the trails start today, we need to have a short safety meeting. Off-roading is an exhilarating but inherently risky sport. The insights and opinions that are shared by our host and any experts or guests on the podcast are intended to inform and inspire, not replace professional guidance. The Trailhead guests, partners, and any sponsors are not liable for any actions that you take based on what you hear. It is your responsibility to seek professional advice and make informed decisions, especially when attempting potentially dangerous activities. Always check current trail conditions and comply with local laws and regulations. Off-roading requires careful preparation and respect for safety, so ensure that you're well prepared before hitting the trails. And now that that's out of the way, buckle up and let the stories begin.
Welcome to the Trailhead, where trails start and stories unfold.
One, two, three.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Now here's JD.
Welcome to the Trailhead, everybody. How you doing?
Hey.
All right. We have, let's go. I'm going to go around the room. I'll start with Alyssa, so in case she melts while we're talking to her. How you doing, Alyssa?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Doing all right. How is Ezra handling the heat, man?
He's good. He's not complaining. He's right next to me, though. He wants treats. Say hi, dude.
Don't we all?
Is
Yes.
he to the point of not being picked up anymore?
Yeah.
I think her moving the camera is the indicator that she has reached the place where he now...
We're not picking him up.
No,
you posted a video of him the other day, and I was just like, I
stand.
can't believe how massive he is.
Come here. We're not doing ups, but we can try. Oh, come here. Just let me show. Oh, you can't even see him. He's so black.
Yeah, he's so black.
Oh, we can see him.
Yeah.
I'll edit the final video.
Yeah. He's way too big now. One more try, dude. 1, 2. Oh my god. Yeah, this is probably it.
That's so awesome.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I don't want this anymore.
Yeah,
That's
no, we're
awesome.
done. Yeah, I can't even pick him up for the truck anymore. He's got to be over 50 pounds now.
Is he getting used to the
can't.
tank, or is he climbing up, or?
So for the tent, we've been camping since a couple weeks ago. But if I put him on my truck hood, he goes up the hood, up the windshield, over the roof, into the side window. We haven't tried I forgot what it's called. We haven't tried the steps for the iCamper yet. He just started realizing he can use his back legs to jump and move. So hopefully, because I don't even know if I can get him up on the truck hood anymore. So we'll see. We'll figure it out. But he's going to be big. He's not even 5 months yet.
I think it's just going to be stairs training with him at a building someplace. Yeah.
Yeah. The mall, a few miles from here, is all underground parking. Stop it. Underground parking, air conditioning, everything. So we'll go there and we'll practice. We've been practicing walking too.
Oh man, I'll never forget the first time that that Hades encountered stairs, and I knew he's 6 months old. He'd never seen them before. He was terrified. So it was a learning curve. It's always a learning curve.
Yeah,
All
he's okay with the little stairs in the mall, but the iCamper steps are different. But we'll see.
It's a different feel, different fabric, and all that kind of jazz.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I'm going to assume no broken vehicles, right? And the
Not
vehicle
this
is not
weekend.
melted in the driveway? Okay.
Not yet, just the tires.
I
Yeah.
can't. What was it, 123 in Death Valley the other day? I think
I
was
believe
the
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
And then it's
I
just,
haven't looked. I've
just
been off for all
unnecessary.
week, so I don't know.
You're probably better off that way.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. The other official host is Ryan. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm blessed, my man. I am blessed.
Oh wow, you sound rested, like you slept
Yeah,
in
I
a
know.
bed of your own. You haven't.
No, there's an old saying, fake it till you make it, and I pretty much live by that. So,
All right.
yeah,
I'm not going to argue with it. I mean,
No,
you do you, boo.
we just keep going until it either crashes at 150 or what, Just keep going. Just keep going
yeah,
and it quits or crashes,
It's a dangerous game to play, my friend.
It's no other choice.
Mhm.
Yeah, 3 kids, a business, and toys and fun. Yeah, it's all it ever is. 100 miles an hour on the fun.
Nice.
I'll tell you.
All right.
But
And you didn't break your vehicle this week?
I didn't break my vehicle. I'm having dirt withdrawals and rock withdrawals. It's been about 30 weeks. So I was planning on getting a kitchen pass this past Saturday. That kitchen pass was not approved by the wife. So it did not happen. But yet we had a good family day riding in the Jeep and taking it to some little towns and celebrating friends' party, birthdays, and so forth. And so we had a good ride in it, but worked on it tonight. Tried to cut the sway bar brackets off because it didn't have one. And the bolts were all rusted on it. So that is a project that I started, and then of course did not finish. So
How many of those you got, buddy?
how many projects do I start and don't finish? All
Yeah.
of them.
Okay.
Well,
No,
like
hey,
all of them.
that is a valid statement.
At the moment, it's just the one project that is not complete. So
Okay.
I still have one bolt hanging that needs to get drilled out and tapped out. So, and then we can put a sway bar back in. See what happens.
Nice.
So,
Very
That's
nice.
so nothing's
All right.
broken. Still runs. Of
All
course,
right,
every time
cool.
I lay under the Jeep, it's always that moment that I can't be the only one that lays under there and doesn't just like look around for a little bit and then regret every minute that I'm looking around.
I try not to.
Yeah, it's bad.
Mike, do you do extensive visual inspections of your Jeep after you get back?
I try to.
Are you lying?
No.
Oh, okay.
In fact,
Some people are really good about it, so.
I had it on the trailer yesterday and got up underneath there and checking it all out before we left Vernal yesterday.
Oh, were you in Vernal? I didn't see. I've been trying to keep up with Instagram, but there's been a lot of drama I've been trying to stay away from.
Yeah, it was a spur of the moment. So
Nice.
stopped out there and hung out with everybody.
All right. Very cool.
Yeah.
I'm currently trying to make plans to be out of Trail Hero, so we'll see how the plans
Hey.
pans out. So, yeah.
We'll be,
Alyssa, I don't think you've met Mike.
Not
Mike
officially.
is JK Trailfinder on Instagram, and he's actually a local here in Colorado.
Hello.
nice to meet you officially, Alyssa.
Nice to meet you.
You're
I'll be
in
in-
the Springs, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Alyssa. Go ahead.
Oh, cool. No, I was going to say I'll be in Colorado in August. So I can see you guys
What part of
in
Colorado?
person.
Seriously, you should stop by. Like, we'll have a beer or something.
Yeah, please, yes. I mean, I'll be there at the end of the month for Overland Expo, but I
I'll be
can
there.
bounce around.
Yep, I'll
Yeah,
be
we'll be
at
at Overland Expo.
Yay!
Yeah,
Yep.
cool. Oh, yeah, I plan on being there all 3 days. So, assuming my body holds up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I'll be there one
It's
day.
okay, there's beer.
You'll be there one day, Mike?
One day.
One day.
All
One
right.
day.
Yeah, I think the
A
more
rainy
realistic is I'll be
day
there
or-
Saturday and Sunday, yeah.
Yep. Saturday
Yeah.
for me.
Okay. Alright,
Yeah.
I'll try and like stay put. Actually, I have cell service there.
Don't
I'll
worry about it.
probably-
I'm going to be
Okay.
rolling around.
I'll find you guys.
I'll probably hang it out in the Thor's Lightning booth.
There you go.
Have you heard of Thor's Lightning?
I'll find it. No. I have. Okay, I have.
That
But I
air
can
compressor?
tell you what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard the name, but I don't.
I'll be looking for a place to land because Trails Off Road, I don't think they're going to have a booth there this year. We got other stuff going on for them, so
Do
I'll
your
probably
own
just be. Oh, I ain't got money for that. I don't have Overland Expo money. What are you talking about? We have one Patreon subscriber, Mike. One. And I would like to applaud Al. Thank you, Al. You're helping keep the lights on, and I'll be in a small way. But if you would like to be like Al, please go to our site and click on support us. Yeah, I don't have Overland Expo money. I found out one time what one of those booths cost like on the outside edge of that event, like especially the one in Tut Hill, and I was just nope. Nope. I got to be making way more money for that, and so yeah, we'll see. Are you going to All for Fun by any chance? Okay, as I will be at All for Fun with the podcasts, and we're gonna record a show there. So
wait, when is that? When is that?
That's in July 20. Oh Lord, I don't have the number in front of me. I think it's July 21st through the 27th or something.
Yeah,
so
I don't think we'll be there.
It's a different kind of a setup too. It's not like the rock rally. Like you pay a single registration fee and you kind of expected to be there multiple days. So, yeah, it's a different beast. So, but we'll see how it goes. It'll be fun. It'll be our first attempt at doing kind of a live recording of the show. So, maybe not the first. I'm gonna try to do one beforehand. I think that'd be a good idea, just to try to get it knocked out.
Mm-hmm. So, are you doing it in the unicorn outfit or not?
No, I'm going to be a one-man production team since I can't persuade you to take some time off and get out here. So, unless I might try to recruit Craig. If I can get Craig, maybe Craig could take some time off and come up there and help me. Fergie JKU. Yeah. So, but we'll see. It shouldn't be. It's really not that big a deal. I'll have plenty of time to get stuff set up, and it's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to that one. Where we should end up talking with Marcus Trusty, who we've had on the show before from Core. And we'll have Ryan Boudreau on as well. Ryan's a big supporter of All for Fun, and he's usually there every year. In fact, was there last year when I came down off the mountain with my broken-ass tire and steering system. So,
nice.
Yeah, I'm really glad that they were there because they had the jack that I didn't have working that day. So, yeah. All right.
Did you actually have a jack, or?
Yes, I had a jack. The problem is that I had still not replaced it from when I knew it was broken before, and it's a long story that I don't really want to live again. It was a bad day because that led to it not being or being in the shop from July of 23 until December, January of this year. So, a little PTSD, man. I got a little tick from it. I'm not gonna lie.
I got you.
All right. So let's see here. I want to go back here real quick. Thank you, Nathan. You did it. All right. Well, I'll come back to your question here in just a minute, man. If you are watching us live, you are doing it only on Instagram. We're not going to do YouTube anymore. It's just a pain in the ass. Nobody really watches on there unless I upload the video afterwards. So it's easier just to do it that way. I don't have to worry about all that kind of the balancing act. Instagram is a pain in the ass enough without being able to get everybody in frame. Because right now everybody just sees Goonies Never Say Die is pretty much the message that they're getting today. But hey, we're here. If I come, I gotta come over here. If I right here, we're here, everybody. So we'd like to see you, but if you really want to see us, go to thetrailheadnetwork.com and click on the live link, and you can just watch us there and participate like Nathan is doing. I think he's still watching. You got 5 here. That's 4 plus 1. Yep. Okay. Awesome. Let's see here. Well, welcome, Mike. Thanks for coming, man. I really appreciate it. I always like having new voices, and I love having friends on. Good.
I was wondering if Pope and Randy were going to be on or not, because I know they're doing their thing right now.
I attempted to sway them to try to call in live during the show tonight, so we'll see if they manage to get self-service or get done with whatever it is they're doing. But I imagine that they're up to some fuckery somewhere, so I don't know if we'll hear from them. Awesome. Let's see here. So you're welcome back anytime. Pope and Randy are usually here unless there's an event going on. So if there's an event going on, you can expect that they're probably not going to be here because it's either, up until now, we've been recording on Fridays and Mondays, and those are the 2 travel days usually after an event like that. So we'll see what happens. All right. Let's see here. I talked about Patreon. I don't want to do that again. I did not check for reviews today. I feel really bad, but I got busy with other stuff. But I know that Nathan fessed up to his stuffing the ballot box, if you will, of the reviews system. So I hope that you're not expecting that if one of those folks wins the swag pack that you're going to get it, Nathan. Just so you know, I don't know if it works that way unless you work out some sort of deal with them. So on that note, though, I got some new stuff for the swag pack.
Yeah, did he admit to the bombardment of the reviews, or
essentially. His comment was to reference your comments from last week. I may have solicited a review or two.
Okay.
Got to make that push to 50. So, and I'm not going to give you too much shit because you're right. Thank you very much. We're trying to get to 50 because I need to get to 50 so I can get this shit out of my house. I'm begging you all, please leave us a review so that I can get to 50 and give away this stuff. We've got the 8-gang switch panel, a couple shirts. I got Rock Tamers. They sent me some stuff, so a couple of T-shirts. They've got this like a modular frame for the back of the Jeep, which is kind of nice. And so I'll put all this stuff into the swag pack stuff. So please, come on, give us some reviews. Put it over there so I don't remember. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, all right. And if you want, as a side note, if you've got, we've been talking about All for Fun, we talked about Vernal Rock Rally. If you've got an event, like especially a smaller event that you're trying to promote and you want us to talk about it, let me know. Hit me up at jd@thetrailheadnetwork.com and I will gladly promote it, especially the small ones so we get some more people in there for you. And let's, normally, here's where I would say be like Nathan and leave us a voicemail, but as previously discussed, Nathan disappointed us and did not leave us a voicemail this week. So I should have done is I should have just banked the one and not played those two last week, and then we would have had one for next week.
How would we have known? Yeah, I was gonna say, how would we have known Nathan would have slack this week? So
yeah, we probably would have figured it out.
Yeah.
I mean, we drink definitely on the show, but I think we would have figured it out. I hope we would have figured that out.
Yeah.
All right. But if you would normally like to be like our unpaid intern, Nathan, and leave us a voicemail, you can do so at 719-408-0132. And then, as always, you can reach out to us at thetrailheadnetwork.com. Tons of links. Click on the Support Us tab if you want to help us out with the Patreon. We're not trying to make money. We're just trying to pay the bills to do this. So this is just fun. Like I don't do it because I'm not going to get rich off this. I am not Joe Rogan. I recognize that. So I did not, as a side note, I did not break my Jeep this week. I was pretty much locked in the house for on-call up until this weekend, and then this weekend just had some family stuff to take care of. So the last week before that, though, I was out in, and Mike, you know Gold Camp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Gold Camp is just, it's an old rail line. Like they ran gold from Colorado Springs to Cripple Creek, and now it's essentially it's a trail, and it leads to a bunch of other trails in this area, like Eagle Rock and Saran Wrap and shit like that. And actually, it leads to another trail called Mount Rosa. And I found this out recently because I was redoing the trail guides for these. Mount Rosa, which is next to Pikes Peak, essentially, is believed to be the trail that, the mountain that the guy who it's named after, Zebulon Pike, actually climbed and then claimed was Pikes Peak later. And it's just a little dinky off-road trail off of this road. But it's a fun little road. And that's also why I didn't break anything, because it's real hard to break stuff on a fire road like that.
Is that old stage?
Yeah, well, technically, so Old Stage and Gold Camp, Old Stage only goes to just before St. Peter's Dome, that big parking lot.
Yeah.
And then after that, it becomes Gold Camp. Gold Camp Road, because Gold Camp used to run from there. It's almost you almost can't see the old trail that used to be where the collapsed tunnels are at, where you can't get to anymore, and it's now just a biking and hiking trail, and that goes back to Colorado Springs. Now Old Stage connects to what is left and open of Gold Camp. It's a weird mapping thing, and it's just something that I have to pay attention to when I'm doing trail write-ups, and I have to kind of be precise about what's what. Everybody just kind of knows that whole road is Old Stage, and Old Stage Gold Camp, but technically this part where you kind of see these deep valleys, they call that the Cathedral Park. That is all technically Gold Camp Road.
Okay.
So, but yeah, and then that's a side trail. I don't even know why that's in that roll. So
Yeah, great shots though.
I love this drone, man. I do. It's my favorite thing.
Is that your Skydio?
That's my Skydio. It's so I actually crashed. I have two of them. Long story. I don't know why I get into it. But I have two of them, and one of them crashed, and I'm working on getting that one repaired, because since they're not making them anymore, I just kind of have to squeeze as much life out of them as I can. Because it's still recorded in 4K, 60 frames. I may as well keep it as long as I can.
That's just a shame that they stopped selling those, making them and selling them to the consumers.
Yeah, like I get it. I know there's more money in the commercial military applications, but like I feel like they had a decent, robust enough consumer market, but maybe they just found it to be too not enough of a return, I guess.
Well, now they're talking about banning the DJI drones.
Yeah, and you know what? I really need to read up on that, and I have not. I imagine it's kind of like the TikTok thing, though, and I think is what they're saying is that you've got to, you have to remove certain parts of your data collection from, overseas, or you have to divest part of your business so that you're owned by somebody in the U.S. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't think they're going to ground all those drones.
I don't think so either.
So, we'll see. On the flip side of it, I've never been a big DJI fan. Just because they've always been more expensive, and then I got the Skydio and I became a fanboy, and I just never went back. So it's a personal preference, I guess. But I'll keep coupling that shit together with duct tape. What's up?
Yeah, the drone thing, I definitely need to know more about. I want one for the shots and the videography, but I know absolutely zero about them.
Well, and you got to make sure, you got to make sure you know what you want it for too, because there's different drones do different things, and you need a license for certain ones, or you don't need a license for certain ones, based on their size. Like there's a litany of crap that goes with it, and like if I had known about the Skydio, well, I guess I kind of did, but if I'd known what the Skydio could do, I probably would never have bought the DJI. Because it flies itself. I don't have to do a whole lot with it. The DJI has...
And the little drones that I've gotten and I've practiced with in the backyard, I probably need the one that flies itself.
I've never been able to fly one of those little FPV drones.
It either ends up in a tree or on someone's roof, and it's not a good thing.
No. What do you... Mike, you got a drone, don't you?
Yeah, I've got 3.
Damn. All right.
Well, I did have 5.
I felt crappy because I felt like I have like 2 or 3 of them here in my house now. And all right, I don't feel so bad.
I just sold my DJI Inspire a couple weeks ago.
Damn. All right, that's a big drone.
That it was loud, obnoxious. It just was too much to lug around. And I don't fly it that much just because of that. So I sold it before it became a paperweight.
Like what were you flying on it as far as a camera rig?
I had the Zenmuse X5.
Oh, okay. You're going hardcore. Yeah.
I was trying to do something with it. I was trying to do a business, and I even had a website. I had business cards made, a logo made, and it didn't go anywhere.
I think there was I think the hype about a drone market, or the ability to kind of make money in the drone market, was bigger than the actual drone market. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you have the beacon with your Skydio?
I do.
That's a game changer.
So what they tell you to do actually is to use the beacon and the controller together to get the best reception. And I mean, the times that it has crashed almost exclusively, I'm not going to say exclusively my fault because I know somebody is going to be listening to this that I don't want to be, but there's been multiple times where I know it's been my fault that I crashed it. Like the only times it really crashed was in the fall when the leaves were and the trees just branches were kind of bare. It couldn't really see that well when it was dipping and diving, and I was going too fast, etc. I have a small complaint about the one that it did the other day. It just kind of slid off the hood and then crashed onto the ground. Now I'm gonna have to spend $300 to get it fixed. But in large part, it really hasn't failed. So
yeah, and I wonder what the difference is between you guys out there and the East Coast here, where it's very wooded. Woody isn't even worth. You don't have that much opening to get those long angle shots. Yeah.
No. And the reason why is like, so I had it, the only time that I ran into like that dense wooded area like that, where it's like, and wet, just wet, was when I was mapping some trails in Tennessee, and the drone could follow in front of me and it could follow behind me, but the tree coverage was so dense it really couldn't dip and dive through the trees. I couldn't really if I went up high, I couldn't really see much of anything. If you're a solo wheeler and you're in that area, 100%, a drone will get you some great shots that you can't get, other ways. But if otherwise, no, I'd save your cash, man.
You just can't get the angles you guys get are great because you have long distances. You can send that thing, 200, 300 feet and call it good.
Yeah. It'd be a matter of you just need if you were going on vacation someplace, then you might might want to look into it. But even then, that's a hell of an investment for a vacation.
Well, I'm definitely not getting a kitchen pass for that expense.
No. You just you check with a friend and you borrow theirs. That's not me, by the way.
Good call. Good call. I'm passing through town later on. Stop.
Actually, you can borrow my DJI because my DJI needs to get like some action. It doesn't fly ever unless I'm. And the last 2 times I've flown it, I've crashed it. So I should probably give up the reins to it.
Yeah.
So, but you can't fly the Skydio at night. It will not launch. Yep. So fun toys. All right. Well, that was an interesting sidebar.
Yeah. I love talking drones.
I know. Well, did you hear the thing about the commercial filming license in the Blue Ribbon Coalition?
No.
So they're trying to push a rule change that will essentially the language would allow them to say that anybody from whether it was you or me, like me doing it for the podcast, or you doing it for your Instagram, or you just going there as a regular person to take pictures and video that maybe you want to post on your Instagram or on your YouTube channel that not make any money off of, but you just want to post there. They're talking about potentially having and requiring people to have licenses in popular places to take pictures and video. It's real messy. It's real messy. Because right now, the FCC is kind of like, if you're making money off of it, you probably should have a license for your drone.
Well, that's what
this just takes it.
That's what the Part 107 is for, isn't it?
Theoretically, it would be, yeah. But this is another. They're essentially trying to take this on from the national parks are too busy, and these areas are too busy, and people can't be trusted essentially to film responsibly. And I find that laughable. I mean, I really, in 5 years of doing a significant amount of drone work, I've never. The only time I ran into somebody else flying at the same time that I was 3 weeks ago at the Go Coppels event. And I'm like, oh, my drone needs to come down because someone just put theirs up. That was the first time. It was yours, of course it was.
It was mine.
But yeah, so that's something that they're fighting and they're working on. So yeah, if you're listening to this and it's something you're to go check that out, the Blue Ribbon Coalition, because that's one, especially for us that do Instagram and everything else like that. Especially, I mean, if I I don't have an ass ton of money to seek out licenses every single time that I go into the forest. Like, the forest is in my backyard. It's in your backyard, Mike. Like, I don't have that kind of time.
My wife's she's a big supporter of Blue Ribbon Coalition. She loves talking to Ben. Whenever we see Ben at any event, she's talking to Ben.
Well, that's all. You know what? Well, next time we have Ben on, if you want, next time we have Ben on, I will invite you and her on. You guys can come on and sit on for the conversation.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I feel like it's about time to have him back on. I know he's busy as hell because it's summer.
He's running his head cut off. He's running.
It's
frantic.
I gotta real quick here. I gotta show you this. Did you guys see the barbed wire thing?
No.
So let's.
I saw the beginning of it, but I didn't have good enough service, and then I forgot to look back at it. Are you gonna show it?
Yeah, I'll show the picture here.
Okay.
Hang on. So when when all the closures in Moab went live, one of the things the Blue Ribbon Coalition said was, how about you guys just wait on enforcing this? Why not in skill? Because if we're going to challenge this in court. We're telling you this right now. We're being open and honest about what we plan on doing here. We're going to challenge you in court. So wait to start closing trails. Wait to start digging up things, because things like these cattle guards have to come out in order for them to properly close these trails, etc. And the problem is that since those aren't coming out in a timely manner, and there is still a bit of some confusion about these trails, and they're not marked great, somebody went out here and strung barbed wire across here. So it's kind of hard to see, but there is barbed wire running. There's 5 strands of barbed wire running across here, and honestly, if you were on a motorbike, I don't know if you'd see it. So yeah, that was an unpleasant addition to the week's information. I think this came in late last week, but it's an example of people who are the BLM says they didn't do it, but I think, and I'm guessing that it's one of those nature groups that initiated this, like Sewer or somebody acting on their behalf was out there doing this. So, and it's dangerous, and they could have been avoided. And so they're still suing.
Yes, they know who did. I mean, come on, you're not running a small BLM office out of Moab and not knowing who did that. I'm sorry.
There's a good chance of that too. No,
you guys know who did it, and whether you encourage them on the back end or not, that is not for me to say. But it's one of those things that you guys know, and I feel like closures have always been, even when I lived in Colorado, they were always like bills that passed the House or the Senate.
Yeah.
They'd say, "Oh, this bill passed, so it must be law." Well, it's not law. It still has to go to the Senate. It still has to be vetoed or approved by the president or the governor or so forth. But God knows, once, I guess they're just hoping nobody else does the research. It says, well, we passed this, so it must be law now. And
a lot of people,
nobody understands the process. And
so a lot of people didn't do Schoolhouse Rocks, and it shows. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they don't understand the process. And when someone takes it to court, it's not always enforced. And it can't be enforced until that litigation is resolved. And I think on both sides, we don't know how to fight that. But then on their side, they have advocacy groups that say, "Oh no, it's law. It's real. They passed it." Well, no, they didn't.
Right.
And so you get groups that come out and try to police their own ideas,
right.
and it's a crap show, is what it is. And it's stuff like that.
You can say shit show. I already dropped an F-bomb tonight.
Okay,
there you go.
It's a shit show.
Uh-huh.
And then you get shit like that, and then somebody ends up wind up getting hurt.
Someone will get hurt. And that's the really sad part, is that out of this scenario, the one thing that I can guarantee is that someone's going to get hurt, because I doubt that's the only. I think that was in 10 Mile. I think that's the name of the trail.
Yeah.
And that it's just it's not good, and I don't understand
Yeah,
to your point, I feel like it's probably a good chance they know at least the group that did it.
How many people work in
Anyway.
the BLM office in Moab?
Yeah. On that note, so I've started doing a Blue Ribbon Coalition update that will actually air during the show, but not while we're talking, because usually we get into this shit and we start talking and I lose track of where we are, and I don't want to do that anymore. So if you're listening to the show, you will probably hear the show interrupted in the middle, like right about now.
Here's your Blue Ribbon Coalition and land use update for this week.
Hey Trailheads, a crucial update about the San Rafael Swell in southern Utah. The Bureau of Land Management is reviewing a travel management plan for over 1.1 million acres of this beautiful area, and they need our input by July 22nd, 2024. The swell is renowned for its trails and camping opportunities, many of which trace back to old mining routes. The BLM has proposed several management alternatives, but the one we need to support is Alternative D. This option focuses on expanding recreational access, which is vital for us off-roaders. So here's how you can help. First, visit the Blue Ribbon Coalition's website to submit your comments. Share your experiences on the trails you use or plan to use in the swell. Stress the importance of keeping those routes open through active management and Alternative D. Before you leave your comment, though, make sure to check out the interactive maps. Identify the trails you care about and include them in your comments. Look for any routes that might be missing and mention those as well. Finally, spread the word. Share this update with friends, family, and fellow off-roaders. The more voices we have, the stronger our impact will be. Visit the Blue Ribbon Coalition's website for more information and to submit your comments. Let's work together to keep the San Rafael Swell open and accessible.
That's it for this week's update. Let's get back to the show.
See what I did there? And
Yeah,
then,
well,
and that way I can just kind of insert some stuff that they're emailing. And that's the other thing. If you want to stay up to date on the Blue Ribbon Coalition, just sign up for their email address or to sign up for their email list. They'll regularly send you information on what's going on, links and quick actions and stuff to do. The San Rafael Swell comment period is opened. So, and Alyssa, you have not been to the swell.
No.
I think you need to make that a priority this fall.
So the commenting to help it ends on the 12th? Or
No, that's a different thing. The comment period's open for a while, yeah. It's not soon, but it's at least 30 days. It's probably 90 days. I got to take a look. That's the one thing I didn't look at today, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
as Ben says, it doesn't matter where you live, or it doesn't matter where you live, or if you've been there or haven't been there. If you ever want to go there, fill out the form, call your representative, call your congressman, wherever the bill is sitting. I think it's in a house, isn't it? Congress, yeah. So call your congressman.
Yeah, the Historic Roadways Act.
It doesn't matter where you live, or if you've been there or not, or if you want to go there or whatever. Just call them and tell them you want to see it open, keep it open. So, and I think you go to Ben's website and fill out the form as well. But the forms are great, but an email from your own personal email and a phone call is also great too.
So I'm going to give you all a tip, and if you, one of the ways you can make better impact with your statements is to write your own comments. And it's something I struggle with, especially when I'm doing 9,000 things. I got a lot of stuff going on. Use ChatGPT, guys. Like, you can tell ChatGPT to write stuff for you. You can tell it to it can give it text to say, rewrite this for me and give it to me a little bit different. Rewrite it to something that makes it better and more sense for you. And use that so that you don't have to necessarily spend a ton of time rewriting that stuff. But if you rewrite their standard comments, or add a little bit of note before, add a little note before their kind of boilerplate comments, those comments make a bigger difference, and they carry more weight when they're putting those together. So, like Ryan said, whether or not it's because you're just going to be in the area and you're traveling to the area, or it's because you've been there. I'm actually I went looking for this today because I couldn't find it before, and I have the Lost Trails Guidebook, and I just ordered 20 left of the volume 1, and I ordered one because I didn't have it. And I managed to turn to one that's adjacent. This trail that's closed, D2478, is actually adjacent to the one that's playing on the screen behind me up here. And it's already closed. It's already done. So it's, it's kind of that stuff where I feel like the momentum is on our side. I feel like we're at a place where we're all talking about it enough.
Yeah.
I feel like Ben is doing God's work. Like, I don't know what else to say about that. Like, he's just out there pumping it, and it's awesome.
That's something Petra would do. Petra would love to do that kind of stuff.
Oh, like the marketing, or not marketing, but the
get involved with the Blue Ribbon Coalition or whatever. I mean, it drives her nuts to see that when they do all these events, they're not raising money. It's not going towards trails. It's going towards something else. None of it is going to these, Blue Ribbon Coalition or anything like that. It's something.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I think that, especially here in Colorado, I feel like the last couple that I've been to, they kind of have a good focus as to what they're, that they're kind of supporting. But I would like to see a bigger focus on land use as a whole, especially in Colorado, man. Mike, you and I this is our backyard, and we lost, we lost mileage in the last couple of years. We're gonna lose more mileage. I doubt, I wish I could say we weren't. But we'll have more travel management plans, and we'll continue to fight for it. But I feel like when I first started hearing about some of these closures and the Pike San Isabel lawsuit and stuff like that, I felt like we didn't have any skin in the game. We didn't have a fight. We didn't have like a coalescing idea or group to kind of help with that. And since then, we've got CORE. The hat you're wearing here in Colorado. We've got a couple of other local advocacy groups. Obviously, Corva out in California, they're still doing big work on their stuff, and the Blue Ribbon Coalition. I mean, they're nationwide. When we were talking with Ben the last time he was here, the issues are kind of smaller on the East Coast, but there's still some stuff out there.
Answers. Yeah, and he stressed, $5 get involved. Your monthly donation of Blue Ribbon, and if you're finding a way to get involved, that's the way to do it. Donate $5.
He made a really great point, right? Like, I don't have the time to go to court and fight for these trails, but I can give that guy $5 a month, and he can go to court and say, "I'm here with JD and 25,000 of his best friends, and we're all here to support all these trails." So
we do it in every other organization. I mean, you cable company, you have a cable company association. I don't know what it's called. Yep. I run a nonprofit for children. We have a whole association that fights for us within the state and nationally. So, I mean, we all do it. So why not pay also forward into the hobby that you love and
it's the best subscription I have.
Yep.
It's the best subscription I have.
Yeah.
So, and to that end, by the way, if you want to grab one of the Lost Trails books, they're only asking $25 for a minimum donation for it. And it's a collection of trails that are closed or under threat for closure. And I mean, I'm going to be out in the swell later this year. I want to go. I'm kind of thinking October. We'll see, because if I go to Trail Hero, it's going to be a whole different ballgame. But I would like to, if I go to Trail Hero, I might stop on the swell on the way back and maybe spend a night or two there, and then head back to at least document a couple trails. And that's the other thing. If you really want to get involved with the swell issue, go to the Blue Ribbon Coalition, and they will tell you how you can go on site, or if you've been there, right? Like, if you've been to the swell and you've been to one of these trails that are under threat, you can comment on them directly. Go to the Blue Ribbon Coalition, go to the Utah Public Lands Alliance. They've got tons of information, the Trail Saver app. I'll make sure that it's on our website as well. So, all right, I feel like I've talked about that to death. Cool.
Well, I was going to ask, the start of all this, when-ish would it maybe close down? Because, I want to go explore it, just not during summer. So waiting until October would also work. October, November. And I thought he said it was possibly November, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I want to say, I think it's all dependent on a few things. I think that if we're looking at let's see, if this is a 30-day, I'm going to make you look it up now because it's going to drive me nuts. If it's a 30-day, then that makes sense. Why we would see that in. Oh, here we go. There it is. 2,160 miles under threat. Let's see here. July 22nd is the comment end period.
Oh wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah, so we got a little over a month and a half. And then let's see here. Yeah, this one's going to be the important part about this one is going to be the comment on, especially if you know trails, if you know specific trails. They're targeting a lot of these old mining sites, and saying they're not being used, and I think that the evidence doesn't support it. But up until July 22nd, I don't know. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and look. I didn't think it would be this year, but maybe.
Okay.
Maybe they'll come with a decision, but I don't know if they'll try to enforce it until the end of the year. I don't know. Depends on.
Okay.
I feel like they have been, because of the same reasons we've just been talking about. I feel like they have been upping with the BRC upping the level of involvement by all of us as a community. I think they are starting to kind of take a step back and like, okay, we got to slow down on this stuff now because now people are paying attention. So I think that if they originally thought maybe October, it would probably be later in the year. But that's just me, and that's just the political winds I feel, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Okay. But the more important is get the comments in much sooner rather than later. Also visited at some point this year, but get the comments in.
Yeah, it's real rough, right? Because it's over 100 degrees out there right now, and it's real hard to be camping or spending any time, exploring or looking at stuff. But if you're crazy and you enjoy being in that heat, go out there, bring a lot of water, and make sure you listen to the disclaimer that I play at the top of the show, telling you not to do stupid shit.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. All right, well, I'm going to go check in here on Nathan because he's been commenting and I've been busy talking and knowing I need to get up to his comments here. Let's see here. He's got a question for us this week. Oh, did he call us professionals?
Yeah.
As professionals in the online video space, what do you recommend as far as shooting and editing your video? Oh, good Lord.
Sure. Your
Mike,
iPhone. Yes.
honestly,
Yes.
you can get a lot done with your phone.
Yep.
I'm not a big fan of spending a ton of money on gear, but what is your day to day on a trail, Mike? Like for video?
My phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I use there's two apps that I use called CapCut and VN. I like those apps. Very simple. They got some pretty cool transitions in there, filters. That's what I do.
Yeah, CapCut's pretty good. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
VN
easy
is
to do on your phone.
simpler in CapCut.
You said what? You said it's simpler in CapCut?
VN is a little more. It's more simplified, I think. I mean, but it's still a good app. That's what I use most time, or I'll use them together.
And JD.
What?
Thanks.
There he is. Like I feel like now.
There you go.
I feel like you're doing it on purpose. Yeah, I know. It's leave a nice long
I didn't
pause.
pause, so now it'd be a
I
nice
don't care.
Speaking
I
of
don't care about the
cuts,
live shows. Yeah, this
would be a good
this to
cut.
be a shit show.
Yeah, okay.
no,
Well, good. Should have grabbed two.
Don't be an ass now. All right, so
yeah, CapCut's easy. I haven't tried the VN one, but don't if you're gonna do it and you're gonna do it regularly and you're gonna try to conquer all this, make it as simple. Yes, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
Don't overcomplicate it. Make it easy. If it's taking you more than 10 minutes to edit a video together,
yeah,
you
just post it.
Just post it. Just post it.
Stop screwing with it. Just post it and go to bed.
Oh, sometimes I'll spend an hour.
I know, and that's eventually I gotta. I got to get to the point where I'm like, look, it's going to make zero difference. This is going to get 12 likes, and I may as well just post it. I use Filmora Go. It's by Wondershare, and it's just an app that I started using a while back. I have their desktop app, and it's just kind of that easy app.
You're good. That's on your desktop.
Yeah, well, it's for both actually. They've got a desktop and an app, a phone app. But CapCut was just as fine. It's essentially the same framework of an app. Like I tried it, and it's same buttons with a different color.
What did he say about iMovie? Don't use that.
Yeah, don't use iMovie.
What did he say? He made a comment. I can't see.
Oh, he says it has regular exporting issues.
Oh yeah.
GoPros I think GoPros are perfectly acceptable for everything that we do in the space. None of us are Spielberg, and quite frankly, the GoPro, especially like the 9, 10, 11, and the newest ones, those are some amazing image quality.
Yeah, I'll put the GoPro on the dash because it doesn't get in the way, and I don't keep moving it around. I'll just screw it on the little screw on the dash.
Yeah.
And just keep it there, hit play and record, and call it good. But yeah, everything else, if I'm jumping out of the Jeep taking videos, it's an iPhone. I did start using a gimbal, which has worked out pretty well. And it has a little 3-prong stand at the bottom of it. You can just pop open and set on a rock or wherever, and the gimbal works out pretty good.
For gimbals and for steady shots, I actually recommend the Osmo. The DJI Osmo. I don't think it's the Action is their action camera, but the Osmo is just their tall one that has the swiveling head.
I got that one.
That's a great camera.
I want the new one.
I really want the new one. I just don't have $600 for it right now.
Yeah.
600? Yeah, mine was like $60. I put my phone in the holder.
But I sold my clear top, so I could theoretically justify it. So there is that. Let's see. But yeah, I don't. GoPros are great. iMovie, yeah. I mean, I'm not an Apple fan, so I can't tell you one or the other. But definitely try something else, especially for having export issues. There's plenty of free stuff out there. The Wondershare Filmora, I think, is it's like a $60 or $30 a year subscription. Their desktop app is pretty good. Like you don't need Premiere Pro. You don't need that. It's overkill unless you know what it is that you're doing. And even if you know what it is you're doing, it's probably overkill for what we're doing. I think that was the thing that got me. Like I tried when I started doing this, I'm like, oh, I got to be cinematic and I've got to make sure I've got the nicest cameras and shit like that. I'm like, no, nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. So because they all of my dash videos are the ones that do the best.
Instagram doesn't give a shit either. They're like, oh, this is great quality. Like, yeah.
I like a little credit from the algorithm, right? Like, hey, look, it came in 4K. We'll push this up a little bit. No love. Oh, let's see. Oh, now Nathan's complaining. One missed voicemail, and I got demoted from an unpaid associate producer back to an intern. Tough crowd. Well, it's more so because it was an unannounced vacation, sir. I need to know about these in advance because you're supposed to be putting up 25% of the show, buddy.
Yeah. He obviously didn't read the policy on leave slips. So
yeah, seeing as I haven't wrote it yet, that would be why he's had a hard time getting to it. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, but
yeah,
it's a tough
he's like, I spent days trying to get an iMovie to export. You know what? I used to have, when I first started with Premiere, and I used to have a lot of issues with exporting, and it turned out to be my computer. I was trying to pump way more out of my computer than it could, and that was my biggest issue. So, yeah, get yourself an easier desktop program, and don't spend a ton of money on it.
You know, you made a comment like a few weeks ago and just said, get an iPad. And from what I've been researching and everything else, that is pretty much the easiest. I mean, forget the big desktops, whatever gigs, RAMs. You're talking way over my head when you start talking that crap. I have no clue. But
and that's the other thing too. Is it's just easy to use, right?
Yeah, and it's not all the kind of better camera than most webcams you're going to purchase online, and its processing speed is for what we're doing is fine.
Your camera, that phone you have there tries to record in 4K.
This one does.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
I
What
had
is
to
this,
dial it back because your phone can't handle that. But it was trying.
You know, we always try around here. We
It's a
give it
little
our
phone
best.
that could. There you
Give it
go.
a phone
Look
that
at you.
could.
I used to feel that GoPro.
Yeah. What are we on? iPhone 15? So this is a 14.
Yeah. What'd you
I
say? You
don't
say
know
you
what
used
this
to
is.
do the GoPro? You don't do them anymore?
No, it just became a hassle. I mean, I'm uploading. I'm taking the SD card out, uploading everything on my computer,
Yeah.
put something together, and then I got to put it on Google Drive or something, and put it on my phone. Everything's on my phone.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
easier.
I do way less. The only time I do GoPros these days, honestly, is when I'm doing trail video for Trails Off Road, and I'm trying to do. Yeah, I'm trying to get a shot so you can see the obstacle or whatever else it is, and but yeah, I most times I don't leave the bag these days. Everything goes on my phone.
I think that was the biggest struggle, trying to get the file from downloaded to your phone. And I mean, I don't know what you use. I ended up using Dropbox and just doing it that way. And
Yeah,
but
I have a
even that-
whole unloading.
that was a
memory
3-day
process.
process to figure that out.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I got an Insta360 a couple years ago, and I liked it for that reason. Like, you downloaded the app, and it Bluetooth from the 360 to the app, and just immediately to your phone.
That's
I
another
just wish
great
I remembered to set it up. I never really use it, but I really like it. I just don't really use it.
You know what I would tell you with that one is to try to take it out with you, try to charge it up before you go out, and then just try to think of weird places where you could swing the camera around, and then just when I first got the Insta360, I just started mounting it in weird places on the Jeep. And you can get some really cool shots and within the app, and it's all taken care of within there. Editing anything is a pain in the ass, but at least you get some cool shots in there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
Mike, have you
I
ever tried
wanna
the 360
buy-
cameras?
Huh?
No, go ahead.
For
Liz.
Mike?
Yeah, go ahead, Alyssa.
Yeah, go ahead.
What were you-
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I have it's 2 years old now, but like the regular, like, bigger one. But I want a couple of the itty bitty ones because I know I can mount the big one to like the hood or the roof or something, but I can't get it in my wheel well. I can't get it under the truck. There's just no. The only way that I found to mount it is with like those suction cup things.
So
I can't like
until
put
they
it
don't
anywhere.
suction anymore. 4
Yeah.
miles later, you're like, hey, where did
So
that
they're
thing
like,
go?
yeah, so Amazon has those neodyne magnets, the earth magnet things, and you can buy like a pack of 8 or 10 of them, and then the ones I buy come with a little screw post on them, and then I will just put a GoPro slider on there so it can mount it to it, and then I use a magnet to mount it to weird places under my car. Or under the
That would
door.
be
Just
cool.
right on the hood where the dirt pile is, just pound it on there, and then make sure
I don't
it
need
sticks.
to. I've already got enough. I have enough. My clear coat's already peeling on the front of the hood. I don't need to do any more work to it.
Yeah, it's all good.
but
You
yeah,
can't see it on white cars anyway. Mine's
You can
white,
see it on
it's
yellows.
yellow, yeah.
You can see it on yellow
Yeah, you
ones.
see
Yes,
it
you
on the
can.
yellows, but,
Yeah. This is where black does not work. This is where black is the worst thing ever. Until it's
I just-
nighttime. Nighttime,
I'm already
fine.
looking at a new hood this year
Nighttime
or
on
next
Jeep
year.
is
Yeah,
beautiful. Daytime,
yeah,
it's horrible.
exactly.
It's horrible.
Just don't come to my Jeep with a any kind of a magnifying glass, please.
Yeah.
All right. And unfortunately, the magnet doesn't work in many places in the JLs and JTs because they're all plastic, huh?
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. I was thinking that too.
Womp womp.
But
Oh. Mm-hmm. I didn't
Yeah.
think about that. That's really funny. Okay. Haha. Aluminum alloy.
I
All
only
right, so
know
is
that.
metal, but
I only know that from like the flag magnets. 'Cause like
Yeah.
Texilian wanted Jeep ambassadors, and all the Jeeps were like, they don't magnet, they don't stick. So then they made a 3M sticky back. So now there's like Jeep ambassadors, but yeah.
nice. All right. I got another. Did my mother-in-law? Are you watching this podcast? Is my mother-in-law really watching this show right now?
Yeah,
That's terrifying.
It's got to be awkward.
Not really. She
Yeah.
knows way more about it. Yeah. At this point, I mean, I've been with Jen for 17, 18 years. She knows it
There you
all.
go.
She's aware. Yeah, exactly. All right. Let's see here. I don't have any other camera advice other than just don't spend a ton of money. It's the same advice that I give you for the Jeep, right? Like, figure out what you want to do with your video first, and then buy it. Start with your phone, and then if you find that you really need something that has a steady shot, and you need a gimbal, but you don't want to mess with like the tripod stuff that Ryan's talking about, then maybe you go the Osmo direction. But start simple.
Yeah.
And as much as I love the GoPros, I feel like most people don't need them. You just end up with tons of video you're never going to use.
Yeah,
If you were,
I think. Go ahead, Alyssa.
you can go. It was just like a buying question or purchasing question.
If
You can go
I was
first.
buying what?
I
was
was
just
just gonna.
Go ahead. You go.
Ryan, go first.
All
Go.
right. Alyssa, he's drinking. Go.
Okay, if you were going to purchase one of those expensive things just to try it, do you guys think you should buy new because you know it's brand new out of the box with a warranty, or would you buy used because people like us have used it 3 times and are selling it, but then there's also people who crash and drop and accidentally like fall in water and whatever, like there are things. So would you lightly recommend new or used?
Ryan, what do you think?
For me, it's a price point. It's a price point issue. If I'm not going to spend more, I'm not going to spend $600 on a drone. If I want a $600 drone, I'm going to just find it for $200 in somebody's. And if I got to invest a little bit into it, I guess for me, it's like one of those things. And I've learned this in business because we all get really eager when we get a new idea and we don't know, and then we just come out of the gate hot, and we spend more money than we should. We invest more money in things we don't need, and then it doesn't work out. I think Mike hit on this when you were talking about your drone business. It's like, yeah, let's do it, and then we reflect on those moments, and it's like, well, I could have got away with this and this, and either figure out if it worked or didn't work, and so forth. So, I mean, heck, I bought a drone at a garage sale just to see if I can be decent at flying it, which the answer is no. So now I know I don't need probably to invest in a $600 drone that I'm going to just crash into a tree. So
You need to invest in one that's not going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GPS and just doesn't crash if they exist. But I bought my GoPro used, and because it had all the accessories and all that, and yeah, I think used is probably, if you're just starting out and you're just trying to figure it out, I would say used, and then go invest in what you want.
I would recommend the little mini drones, like the DJI minis.
Mm-hmm.
To start out, they're cheap. If you want to buy new, even the mini, the 4 Pro, because they're at that weight level, you don't have to. They're light. You don't have to
Register them.
Yeah.
Do I have to fly them?
No, they will launch themselves, and then you can fly it around. Yes.
Well, yeah,
They still kind of have that basic function. Yeah.
They don't
have the
GPS
tracking.
track. Yeah.
The only one that has the tracking is the Mini 4 Pro. That's the only one that's got the tracking.
And there's what, $600?
Well, if you get the Fly More combo, it's probably about $1,000.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
You get more batteries. And, like
for
I said,
that one shot.
Yeah.
or see if you can find it used on Facebook Market
That's
or
right.
something.
There you go.
Yes.
Check Costco
Yeah.
too.
Costco's a good shot.
Yep.
I'm an advocate for used. Like, I don't feel like you have to go new with a lot of the stuff. You're gonna know, like, if you buy something off Facebook Marketplace and the guy comes over and it's covered in dirt, like, okay, maybe not today, but I think the vast majority of people take care of it, and I think a lot of people are. If you can be patient and kind of just keep looking on Facebook or Craigslist or whatever else classifieds you're looking for. Somebody is going to have that moment where they're like, well, I bought this $1,000 drone and I have done nothing with it in the last 4 months. And I'm going to go buy that DJI from Mike Randall because Mike doesn't want it anymore. And he decided that it was overkill for what he needs to do. And I think that happens a lot. So you just got to be patient.
Yeah, but you got to be careful because the batteries are an issue. They sit too long and they're bad. And you can't even get batteries for some of the drones now, like the DJI, the original DJI Pro, the Phantom series. There's a lot of you can't even get those batteries anymore.
The Skydio will stop functioning because I won't be able to get batteries for it before it stops functioning for any other reason. Yep.
Same here.
Yep. So, and that's a good safety tip, by the way, for anybody listening. Check your batteries.
Yeah.
Check your GoPros, check your DJIs, anything that's got those lithium batteries. The best test for it is just kind of look at it straight on and see if it's bowing. If it's bowing out, that's a big problem. It's expanding. At some point, you'll probably have issues getting it in and out of your gear, and then if it gets punctured or it explodes, it's a big deal. So,
yeah.
That happens to me. Like I've got GoPro batteries that are 5 and 6 years old, and they're cycling out this year because I went through my spring check and I was like, nope, nope, nope. Yeah.
Mine are still swollen. It's a pain in the ass to get them in and out of the GoPro, but they're still working.
I don't think I risk it because I'm the person that would drop it on the floor of my Jeep and then move my seat and then pop it, and then and then I'm the news story about the guy who died in a Jeep fire that he started himself, and I don't want to be that guy.
I was going to say, Mike, hopefully you're charging those next to the fire alarm.
No. I will at least charge those on the kitchen counter and that nice flat stone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. In the sink.
In the sink, yep. Jen had some in her camera the other couple weeks ago, and she went to go. She's like, I can't get the thing out. So we finally get the battery out, and I'm like, well, that's because it's no longer square. It's it's approaching a circle level. All right. Well, we're an hour in, and I did no news. I didn't do anything, so I'll leave the news for Pope. Let's see here. Should we do it this week and fail?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Are you going to show the Bronco? Is that what we're doing?
Should I show the Bronco? Is that the one you want me to show? Because I feel like I feel like you sent that one because you wanted it to be shown.
No, Alyssa sent that Bronco one. I sent the. I sent the Mercedes that can turn on a dime. So
that was cool.
Yeah. Is that cool?
It was Mercedes. Yeah, I forgot what the thing was called. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Zero radius turn, 0 point radius.
Yeah.
The Bronco has that, I think, or at least the Bronco has something where it can dig in the wheel and then kind of skirt around the side or something.
Yeah, it's got a dig.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's the Bronco or the Hummer. It's probably the Bronco, but it can, like, have a wall or something. You shouldn't.
Mike, don't leave us. Oh, there you go.
Move, crawl.
I'm here.
Okay, good.
Like, I know, Mike, there are some high country passes that would be great to have the ability to just turn around immediately.
Yeah.
So, like, in fact, we'll show this first. That's what I gotta say here, because it is really cool technology.
Hummers have crab node. So Nathan said.
Yeah, crab node. Can't remember the word.
Yeah.
Like, look at that shit. That's just
so bad.
It's just rotating. And he's just like, you press a few buttons, yada, yada, yada. Although I will say this, the amount of, maybe it's faster when you're not, like, explaining what you're doing, but, like, the amount of buttons that he had to press to kind of get to a place where he could do that turnaround is like, really? That seems a bit excessive.
Yeah, then he just do that.
That's true. I need like a paper list or like step-by-step instruction in my glove box, or in the moment when I'm panicking, I wouldn't know what buttons to hit first.
Yeah, I'm just curious how well this does on pavement. Like,
ooh,
like can you just sit there and do donuts?
Well. I mean, Well,
this day.
I think it'll work, but
Depends
you're
on what
going to
you're trying
sacrifice
to
a lot
do.
of tread for it.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Yeah.
What if
You're
you
trying to fit in with the teenagers, it might do well.
hack into the computer, see if it can go faster? You know, if you can pick up the wheels, steal the wire.
Well, you know, people are going to do some stupid shit with that at some point, though.
There should be some computer plugins for that. Oh, this guy.
Oh, I saw
What was
that.
that? Live or
No,
No.
he's alive. Yeah, like he's not dead.
no? Did Mike see it live, or were you there, or did you see the video?
No, I saw the
No.
video.
No.
I don't know if this is new or not.
Bam.
The sound that's with it too is like
A rear door, front quarter panel, rear quarter panel, doors.
Oh, the whole side's gone.
Oh,
yeah,
the-
that whole side.
Is it a 4-door or 2-door? See the other door handle. Good. Nice.
It looks like a 4-door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4-door.
I see the other door handle on the right side, or the left side. Yeah, I think one there was a comment about airing down, and it doesn't look like he pulled a lot of air out of it.
I think
And it was
Pope
really
commented on it.
Yeah, the rear ended up going first, and I think Pope said that you got to get the rear higher on that obstacle if you want it to
I
stay.
think Pope said,
You have to
see
get
how
it
this
on the
rear,
obstacle.
see how this rear tire isn't touching the rock?
Yeah, he needs to
And
be
that-
angled to the
Yeah,
driver's side more.
He got too heavy then in the back, and it slid him and pulled him in. So, yeah. Ooh,
That hurts.
Mm-mm.
All right. Good times. So, Mike, I don't know if you know this or not, but last week we started doing This Week in Fail. So either it's random stuff that Alyssa has found, because she has the amazing ability to find weird stuff on Instagram that includes failures. So we're going to...
It started as me being like, okay, rock crawlers, like, what should you do in this situation, or what went wrong here? Then it was like, oh, let's just show this and laugh, but then say what we should do.
Right. It's the assholes thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
everybody's got an opinion. Yeah.
Right. You're always
Here's
a lot
one of my
better when
favorite
you're a Monday morning quarterback.
Oh, that's the other thing too. I fully recognize that we are sitting here on our high horse.
Oh yeah.
And with my White Russian in hand,
Ooh, I
passing
love
judgment
those.
on other people on Instagram. Thank you, Mike. I've been very happy with the Cutwater. It's been a very nice addition, because I haven't been able to do this because I usually don't have alcohol mask. Regardless, I digress.
We're rocking
All right,
the.
check this out.
I'm rocking the Steel Hands Gamecocks. That's USC Gamecocks beer right here.
Yeah, you really.
Cheers.
I know we said fuck, but I really, if you're going to bring out the word Cox, I really
Yep,
want you to
Cox.
qualify it. Okay, thank you.
Nope.
All right.
Actually, I teach my daughter to say Gamecocks. She doesn't say the word cock. She says
That was a good call.
We say the whole word. Yeah.
That was a good parenting
Yes,
decision.
yes.
Yes. Excellent. These are some of my favorite. I assume that these are foreign.
Oh yeah.
I'm not entirely certain what the calculation was here, but here you go.
Stupidity. You have to be drunk.
See, is there sound here? Oh, there is.
Like, this is just dumb. Like, why? Oh,
Like there's no shocked reaction from anybody standing around though. They're all just kind of like, yeah, that's why we're all recording. We knew this was going to happen. It's amazing. But that's another one. Like, I don't understand. You have all that stuff. You're all that top heavy, but you're still trying to do that.
And the funny thing is, if you would have bolted that down correctly, you might have pulled out of that.
I mean, it's possible. I feel like the
Well,
like
his
look at
nose is out.
well, it is, but the thing that catches me here, and what happens in these ditches like this, is that
Yeah.
bottom there gets dug out.
So bad. Like,
Mm.
hits. But if that thing would have held, he levels out right there. So, but now you got to go pick up your entire camping stuff.
It's good. It's good.
He's so lucky it didn't go through the window. That's like the driver's
Oh,
side
yeah.
of it is at his passenger. And if that went through Final Destination wise, like, he's so lucky.
Oh, like it rocks forward and then back? Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Look at that pole. There's that pole right there that was lined up with his head.
Mhm.
Oof. Good Lord. I didn't see that. Well, thanks, Alyssa. I appreciate you bringing more death and destruction to the video than I saw when I initially saw it. That's amazing.
Hopefully that wasn't a DIY project.
No. And then my other one that I have for today is another water-based one. So, and if you're not watching us, you should be watching us. We should the new video. The videos play on YouTube the same day that the podcast airs, and we're live on Instagram right now. So let's see here. That's just
Man, on that note, though, water is no joke. I think people think it's
No.
like fun and chill, and water is dangerous.
I think this is a swamp.
I don't think it's
Ooh,
good either.
that's not
Shitty.
just water.
Throw it up there.
Oh, I didn't throw it up there. I feel terrible.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh.
Yeah. What? That's just bad day.
Stop.
Goo. No, gross. Oh,
Yeah, you're
Like
done.
that's
oh, at least
done.
it stopped.
You ever watch some of these videos and have to question whether it's an RC car or a real life car?
That's
That's a good
definitely
question.
really car. Yeah. I always question it. There was one that I looked at today where I looked at it and I was like, nope, that is an RC car.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So no, this is a real car though, and I didn't notice the snorkel before, but I did notice the snorkel now, and then immediately noticed the fact that it just went underwater in this frame. so that wasn't going to help the person driving this vehicle.
Oh. And that's obviously off trail, right? Like they were just like, we're gonna hang a right, and or do you think that was a trail?
So
or do you
I
think
when
they
I
were going
talk-
to camp?
I think no, you're good. I think so. When I talked to Tim from Mototesto from Philippines Overland, I asked him about that. Like, do you guys have like trails? Do you have like designated roads and stuff like that? And he said, yeah, they kind of have designated roads, but because it's jungle, it's kind of just as long as just go where you can go and you can get through, because it's the jungle's going to recover way faster than you. So I mean, it's possible that they were not off trail here. It's definitely based on the people yelling. It's definitely not America. But my guess is that it's something like that, like in the Philippines or something like that, where he might have been trying. He might have thought he could ford that swamp, but somebody didn't put a pole in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That one bothers me. All right. All right, cool. That was it for this week at Phil. That's all I wanted to do. I'll save the rest for next week when everybody's back, because we're already in an hour. So, all right. Well, I don't feel. I think we should call it. Anybody else? What do you guys think? You guys tired?
Yep. I drank my last beer, so I'm good.
Oh, I'm almost out.
Wife wants to watch a show.
Is she gonna join us next time? I think she
okay.
should join us next time. She's
Yeah.
welcome to. Yep.
We're watching that Netflix Your Honor. Have you seen that?
No. Which one is that
Yeah,
one?
Netflix.
Is it good?
Oh, it's good. It's got what's his name from Breaking Bad?
The kid.
I know
or
what show you're talking about.
Bryan Krantz.
Brian
Cranston?
Cranston.
Yeah.
Yeah, that his
Ooh.
character kind of reminds me of
Oh, yeah. Does he play a lawyer or a judge?
Judge.
Judge, that's right. Okay.
Sorry. I did see a trailer. I totally forgot about it. I will watch it.
It's good, really good.
Okay.
All right,
I'm only
I'm looking
laughing
for neither.
because I'm only laughing because I need Poke here to emphasize my 12-year-old brain that I almost needed you to spell Your Honor, so I can make sure we're talking about the right thing. Sorry, where's Pope when I need him?
I
sorry,
know.
my bad.
Here's the thing. So when Mike hit me up earlier today, I told him like it's probably gonna be a little bit more of a subdued show.
I
Like
know.
Randy and Pope are busy at Vernal, so I think it's gonna be eyes off the rails. And it's 8:30. I don't think Jason's showing up today, so
Nah,
I think we're good. I think we're in the clear.
yeah. Yeah. I almost
So
ended the
how-
whole show without needing Pope, but yeah, I didn't say that. So
Yeah, you know.
JD, next time, how do you share your screen? How do you show a video?
You should. I don't know if you have the opportunity to share. Do you have the opportunity to share somewhere?
I don't see it.
No.
Yeah, and then if you don't, then you'd have to send me the link, and then I could.
Yeah.
I could. Yeah. Sometimes actually, a lot of time I'll prep videos and stuff before the show, so I can always do that beforehand.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
If you are the host here in Riverside, you could do that yourself. That's the difference.
Okay, I got you.
So, all right, we got to check in with Nathan here before we go. Let's see here. Hummer has crab mode, turns on all four wheels. Oh, I have seen that, and I thought I read someplace, and I've been trying to get this confirmed. At least I went looking for it. I thought they were going to try to start their own Hummer off-road academy, essentially in Moab, like next to the Bronco one and everybody else's academies. Let's see here. The Mercedes turns the left and right wheels opposite directions to spin, sort of like the old tracked vehicles. Okay, that's tracks, literally. And there's a video of multiple Mercedes spinning in the street. It might have been in Vegas. Yes, I remember that. Okay, I'll get that video next time. There was a video where they had I think they had 3 or 4 of them in the streets in Vegas, and they were all spinning around in circles. I remember that now. Mm-hmm. All right, Nathan.
Mercedes is the same one that has the sand mode where they're bouncing, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because they got real fancy with their off-road modes.
I'm lucky I have a 4-door JK.
It's wild. I've never seen one in the wild.
I don't think I ever want to get rid of my JK. Yeah,
I'm lucky
I'm going to have it forever.
I can't ever imagine 4-wheeling a Mercedes. Nah.
Ooh,
I can't do it.
What'd you say?
I was gonna say, I remembered years ago there was a G-Wagon that would go out with us, but she sold it, I think, a year ago. But yeah, I don't see Mercedes out there.
I don't have
besides hers.
Ariana, one of our trail people, she drives a G-Wagon, and it's one of our trail guides. It's kind of funny.
That's so cool.
Got a YouTube video I put out with these G-Wagons. It was we were getting on Black Bear and Pass, and these G-Wagons pulled up, and we let them go ahead of us. I think there was 5 or 6, but we caught up to them right there when you start going down the switchbacks right before it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool watching those guys.
Yeah, it's good stuff. All right. Well, Nathan, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let it slide that you didn't leave a voicemail today. You're solely engaged on our chat, so I appreciate that very much. Actually,
no write-ups today.
No write-ups. Your previous unpaid associate producer title is intact. So you're good to go, my friend. So, Alyssa, is the dog okay? Because we need to check on the dog.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
He's crunching on something, and I don't know what it is.
Does he like ice? Does he chew on ice?
He does. Now he does, yeah.
Yeah. My dog loves it. Ugh.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
It feels like he's getting a treat. It's awesome.
Yeah. It's not ice, though.
Sounds like...
I just want to make sure it's not a rock or a tooth.
Fair enough. Yeah. I read someplace that owning a dog is the two of you staring at each other, wondering what you have in each other's mouth.
Uh-huh.
So,
yep.
Right. So I feel like that's appropriate. All right. Let's get out of here, guys. Last notes. Reminder: go check out the Blue Ribbon Coalition. Make sure that you sign up for their updates. Get in on the San Rafael Swell stuff. There's a comment period. If you're listening to this live, there's gonna be left. You got until Wednesday to kind of get your comments in for the historic roadways. They're gonna have another committee hearing on it on Wednesday. Go to the Blue Ribbon Coalition. All this information is there. We'll keep trying to pump it here because the more the merrier, right?
Yeah.
And Nathan, call us next week, 719-408-0132. Or if you just want to be like Nathan and leave us a voicemail so that we have 2 voicemails to play, and it's not just 2 voicemails from Nathan. So as much as I love you, Nathan, we're going to expand the story. Get some of those people that wrote reviews for you to call in now.
We need to diversify.
We got to diversify just a little bit. Like you're always going to be the associate producer. I hate to tell you this. You have reserved yourself to that now. All right. If anybody has a drink left, I think Alyssa's just drinking water. Mike, are you drinking anything over there?
It's
I've
basically
got my
water.
flavored water.
Oh, that's all right. You had enough left there to go. So, Ryan, do you have anything left?
No, I'm done. But
All
I'll
right, well,
take the last swig of it.
cheers,
Water.
everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, let's get the hell out of here. We'll see you guys
All right.
next time.
Night, guys.
Bye.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Night, everybody.
I